Thanks, Luke Conway. This is Eleanor here. I'm just making a video on the status of my political work and how that's going, what I'm doing right now, and also like a bit of a self-criticism of some of the ultra-left positions I've taken in the past. So just first to start out, the whole Cardiff Maoist group thing I think, has failed. So I've abandoned the concept entirely. You can't run a thing without anybody into. I think the entire the entire idea of the Cardiff Maoist group was a bit of an ultra left thing that I made up. I kind of thought that I could just um, make up a revolutionary MLM org from nothing just by trying hard. But there weren't really the actual like conditions for that to be a thing. There wasn't the education there, and it was a completely it was a very wrong thing to do. And I think especially me trying to make a British organisation. I think that especially that came about because I had people in England, and I wanted it to keep it one organisation. So that was not a positional principle. So that on its own was a failure of mine, trying to set that up. On But the entire idea of it was a massively left. It was a left deviation. I think I was way too optimistic about the revolutionary possibilities. So this is not what I've decided that it's completely ridiculous to keep following through with this. I think in my early writing, my I guess pamphlet sort of thing that I wrote, Maoism in Britain. I think I originally titled it "Long Raise the Red Flag of Maoism." But anyway, I think it was not a perfectly informed piece of writing. I'm not gonna delete it or anything, but I think it was not exactly where I'd be today. Not that the actual, like, for example, the what Maoism is, that I wouldn't change those tenets, but I think mainly the some of the other details. So yeah, no, I'm going to be deleting the webpage soon. This YouTube channel is going to keep going. I've already renamed it Maoist Propaganda Initiative because I think that better describes what I'm trying to do now. Since I have, I wouldn't say disbanded because it was never a group, the Cardiff Maoist group, I've instead joined the. I've been looking at ways to actually make a difference, and I'd been aware of the Welsh Underground Network and the Communist Party of Wales for quite a while, but I think part of my left kind of ardent for leftism was that I saw them, and it's an anti-revisionist or party, but I saw some stuff about Cuba, and I just instantly discarded. I thought that it wouldn't be worth it. I've actually since joined that party, so I'm now affiliated with them, and I think this was a very clearly it was the kind of position that could only come about by not actually being involved in practice. I was not involved enough in actual communist organising, so I came up with these very Puritan positions. And I'm not saying this as someone who is no longer a Maoist, or in fact I would now consider myself. I think the better term is MLMPM. Which is something I wouldn't have liked to use in the past, but I think now I've thought about it for a long time, and I think that is the best term, and there is a reason why the PCP used it. But it's also true that when there are people who are basically the most advanced form of Leninists, it is kind of wrong to not be working with them. I wouldn't say anything bad about my comrades at all. I completely, I think that they are very principled people. Um, I still do hold my positions. I still would be critical of support of Cuba, and I will continue working to spread Maoism as a new stage of Marxism. But now I'm just doing it in a more a more useful way. I think I was worried. I was worried that I wasn't doing anything. And I thought that just by working hard, I could do things. But it was a bit of a idealist thing of me to think it was a failure. It was a left wing failure. I guess my reason for joining is I think Welsh nationalism is a very useful thing to focus on to raise class consciousness and to create a communist movement. Welsh nationalism is not just the principle thing. It's not just, I guess, the moral thing. It's also the most revolutionary thing in by far. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. That's just my. I know it's a big change from what I've been doing before, but I think this is the most useful way I could be doing things, and I'm really glad that I could join the PGC. Okay, so that's all I have to say. But anyway, thanks for watching. I will be making more videos on the topics of Maoism and activism in Wales. I have one planned quite soon about anti-revisionism and Maoism. I don't know what I didn't really know the word for it. It's a analysis of it and how it can only really be properly used. It's not a complete ideology without the next step into Maoism as Maoism. Okay, well, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Sorry for my bumbling voice. I hope you have a nice day. Bye.